Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the training center in Spring City, Pennsylvania. This is the first period of the third game of the tournament. The tournament is the 2021 Pan American Cup. In red, USA. In black, Guyana. USA is up by a score of 1-0. They scored a goal in the first minute of play. It's sort of like the first of the men's game. Unfortunately, we did not have broadcast signal until about halfway through this first period. My understanding is that has been resolved, and so as the USA scores their second goal, you can plan your day around our schedule. Riley Heck with the score there. A penalty corner here for the USA. I believe it's the second penalty corner for the USA in this match. We're in the first period. Once again, USA is in red, and they are preparing to attack. Riley Heck to do the insertion. Rain Wright with the stick stopper in position to do so. And the goal. I was having trouble with the goal scorer's number. I believe that is Zanoli, Corinne Zanoli, number 10. Kind of looked like number 18, but there's no 18 on the sheet. Guyana with possession. Nice deflection pass up to the attacking half for Guyana, but taken away by the USA. The umpires are indicating a stick obstruction by the attacker. And I say the umpires, I mean in the games this morning, when the umpire sort of reaches over their arm, they're signaling the obstruction with the stick. An attacking obstruction. A light touch into the circle, and then a deflecting shot just went wide. But touched by a defender, and so U.S. ball with a free push at the center line. One minute to go in the first period. Periods are 10 minutes long. There'll be a 1 minute break between the first and second period and the third and fourth period, and a 5 minute halftime break. USA with the interception tried to quickly convert, but had trouble gaining solid possession. The umpires are Natalia Lodero and Alex Miles. Natalia is from Uruguay. Alex is from Canada. USA is out to a strong start here in this game. As we end the first period, they have a lead of 3-0. They are the defending champions from the 2017 games. Once again, there'll be a minute break here. In earlier action, Canada, in the women's division, Canada and Uruguay tied. And in the men's division, Argentina defeated Canada by a score of 6-3. Another of the Pan American Field Hockey Association's supporters is Drava. They're an apparel provider. And 10 minutes are set for the start of the second period. USA is in red, Guyana in the black uniforms, green socks. It's a beautiful day here. We are inside, of course, but it's 70 degrees outside, bright sunny day. Once again, we're in Spring City, Pennsylvania, in the USA. Allie Campbell with the interception there. USA having trouble gaining solid possession inside the circle. And a shot stopped by the goalkeeper. That was Ashley Sessa with the shot. She's just had her 17th birthday. One of the youngest players in the tournament, if not the youngest. Campbell up to Sesha. Sesha cross the center line right into the center of the circle, going for the dribble in goal. So the USA takes a commanding 4-0 lead against Guyana. Guyana is being pressed by the USA on every possession. Guyana threads the needle there through two U.S. defenders. And a whistle off the playing the ball with the foot by Madison Orobono. Campbell is the captain of the U.S. team. You can see the marking on her sock. And that shot leads to a penalty corner. Campbell comes in with the play. Communicates that to her teammates, and they break out into the formation. They're going to insert from the near side, so the defenders for Guyana have to move to the other side. The goalkeeper has to start inside the cage. Goal is about 25% smaller than an outdoor goal. Hope Rose with the first shot and the second shot, both stopped by the goalkeeper. This one out of bounds. Campbell to restart play from the center line. Elizabeth Yeager with the pass upfield. Sessa just in front of the Guyana free push. Quick interception there by USA, bringing it in to the goal. The shot and score beats the goalkeeper on her right side. Trying to get the goal scorer's name for you. There it is. It's Hope Rose. He's number 6 for the USA. We're in the second period. This is the second game of the women's tournament here at the 2021 Indoor Hockey Championships from the Pan American Hockey Federation. USA working the ball on the left side of the attack, bringing it back a bit into the game. There's Kelly Smith. And a penalty corner. Smith goes over to the coach to get the play and runs back over to her teammates. Corinne Zanoli to do the insertion. She, I believe, just graduated from Stanford University. And if you're familiar with collegiate field hockey in the USA, there's a goal again on another penalty corner. Sessa had a nice deflection that was stopped, but then Riley Heck finished things off. Anyway, Stanford University had initially canceled the women's field hockey program, and through concerted effort by players, alumni, and friends of the program, it finally was reinstated, and Stanford advanced very far in the NCAA championship tournament. I think third or fourth place. I'm sorry, don't quite remember. Ball finally out of bounds after bouncing off the goalkeeper. Kelly Smith with the ball, passes it over to Heck. Dribbling up is Casey Tapman. She's got possession now. She goes back to Heck. Heck goes back to Smith. Smith finds the spinning Hope Rose, who was our last goal scorer. And the ball just outside Rose's reach and across the end line, and so Guyana to restart with a free push, intercepted right away by Rose. Across the center, player down on the ground. Ball cannot be played if you are lying on the ground. It can be played outdoors on the ground, but not indoors. Penalty corner for the USA. Smith back to the coaching staff to get instructions for what attacking play to do. Delivers the information to teammate and they break out. We're going to be inserting from the far side from our camera. Riley Heck to insert Smith to make the stick stop if it goes there. Generally it does. Riley goes a little early. Just getting used to the conditions here. There's a high-pitched sound that comes off of the 30-second countdown. Then the umpire whistles. Then the ball moves. Then the players can go. And it ends up that she has a much better insertion. Stopped by Smith. And shot and scored by Hope Rose. USA with a commanding 7-0 lead. Once again, the USA is the returning championships to the Pan American Cup. The winner of the men's and women's tournament will go to the World Cup, which will be held in Belgium in February of 2022. Heck finds Hope in the middle of the circle. Sesha applying the pressure there. Does a good job giving the Guyanan player things to think about, but the ball was put across the back line, and so they started with the free push. Here's Heck from the left side. And the shot, I think by Hope, was then deflected over the end line. Players are not wearing numbers on the front of their uniforms, which makes it a little hard for the announcer. They do have smaller numbers on the front of their skirts. And that goal brings the total to 9 for the USA with 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second period. Unbelievable. Sesha breaks through 2 defenders with a nice little move and scores. We're now double digits on one side of the scoreboard with 10 to the USA. Sesha once again is the youngest player on the U.S. team, just turning 17 years of age. So a win is great, but I bet the USA wish they were having a harder challenge in this game, because in their next game, they're going to play Canada, which should be a much tougher rivalry. Canada already had a tough game, ending a 1-1 tie with Uruguay. The umpire calling for the captain, pointing at his shoulder, asking for the captain, indicating that, listen, this is the second, third time that your player played dangerously, and so please ask your teammates not to do what they just did. So the insertion from the far side. And a goal for the USA. So the umpire having that conversation rather than carding the player. The goal's now 11-0. The umpire doesn't really want the team to be playing short when they're already at such a strong deficit. So this time the play came in from Rain Wright, and Rain will stop, assuming the ball goes to what is called the castle, a stick stopper and a shooter. It is, but defended well by the goalkeeper, who charged out, cutting down the angles of the opportunity. Wright passes forward to the right side of the circle where she finds Elizabeth Yeager. Yeager still with the ball after a bounce back to Wright. We've got 30 seconds left in the first half. Once again, there'll be a 5-minute break, and then we'll return to this match in the third period. And this is the second match of the women's division of this Pan American tournament. Yeager working against virtually every one of the Guyana defenders there. With the ball in the corner. So we're going to have a 5-minute break. As I said, we had some technical difficulties at the start of the second game and then this game. Hopefully that's been resolved, so you can look at your schedule and join us for the game after this one, which will start at 1:30. So after this game, we'll have a lunch break, and then we'll start up again at 1:30. But don't go anywhere. We still have another 20 minutes of action following this 5-minute break for halftime. Then we'll have 2 10-minute periods separated by a 1-minute break. Once again, this is Chris Maloney coming to you from Spring City, Pennsylvania in the USA. And you are watching the Indoor Pan Am Cup put on by the Pan American Hockey Federation. This is the women's division, and we have 7 games today in the men's and women's division, 5 in the women's, 3 in the men's. And we'll be back. And the teams are getting ready for the start of the second half and the third period. USA in red, Guyana in black. Rose passing back to right there with the ball, number 15. Threads the needle. Right up to the middle of the field, and Allie Campbell sends it back to right. Rose now with the ball. Cross to Campbell. Now USA is into the circle, looking for their first shot of the second half, but the ball into the foot of the USA attacker. USA again passing the ball around and then threading the ball up through to the center. Hasn't worked yet. Right side attack by the USA in a penalty corner, as the ball was swatted away out of bounds by the Guyana defender. So I didn't notice this on the earlier penalty corners by the USA, but they have a deep attacker, if you will, back at the center line. There the signal came from the electronic timer. Now the umpire blows the whistle and we can have the insert. And a lovely shot to the right side of the goal for the attack. Left side for the goalkeeper. Guyana with the ball at midfield line, passing back to their defender. And they get across for a moment, and then the foul by the U.S. team gives Guyana possession for a free push inside the attacking half. I should say their attacking half. The attacking half basically equates to the attacking 23-meter area of the field in the outdoor game, meaning that players from both teams have to be 3 meters away. A nice play down the right side, finding the post number 12 on the left. That's Madison Urbano. Score's now 13-0. Guyana having difficulty with this returning champion U.S. team. Looking to develop the exact same play as before, but a foul by the U.S. Gives possession to Guyana as they work to keep that possession on the far side, but releasing, and Campbell picks the ball up easily. And then she's fouled during her possession. This pass started from Zanoli, goes back to right. Zanoli now thinking about shooting. Spinning around, going across the top of the circle. There's the shot, but deflected, I think, by the defense. Yep. So the shot was raised a bit, but that is legal because it's a shot on goal. There is some confusion. The players picked up the game. The umpire's trying to make sure everybody knows whatever it was that she meant. Once again, I mentioned this in an earlier game. The umpires from different countries than the players are used to, whatever country that might be and whatever team that might be. Or sometimes their signals are just slightly different in the way they try to communicate. And of course, if the language is a little different, then sometimes it's hard to explain things and get things clear. Which led to a little bit of confusion there. U.S. comes up with possession out of that little skirmish. Hex ball across the circle just beyond the reach of Sessa. Would have been a nice deflection in. Heck cross, I think, to Sessa. And a penalty corner. It was to Sessa. Heck with the quick steal and the faster pass across. USA tried to take advantage of that opportunity. Penalty corner play coming in from Casey Tapman. Smith getting ready to do the stick stop. The umpire will blow the whistle after that timer. And there's the shot into the goal by number 3, Elizabeth Yeager. Guyana in black has got to look for opportunities here to improve their game. Obviously, they're not going to come out of this game as the winner. At this point, they could be hoping for a nice solid attack, get the ball into the circle, and possibly a score. At least now they have possession in the circle, which is very nice on the left-hand side, and a penalty corner called for the obstruction. Field hockey is fairly unique among sports where you're not allowed to protect the ball with your body or your stick or your body. You don't have to present the ball to the opponent, but you certainly can't use your body to prevent the opponent from getting to the ball. And that's what had happened here is the insertion. He beat the goalkeeper, but not the two defenders. So the umpire is indicating that though he blew the whistle for a penalty corner, the ball was already in the goal. And as long as the ball is already in the goal before he blows the whistle, then the goal counts. So Guyana gets on the scoreboard late in the the third period. That's certainly something that they would have wanted to do. Goalkeeper is out high on that. Sierra Espland, not sure of the pronunciation. USA breaking into the circle and the ball just outside the reach of Zanoli's continuing dribble. All alone in front near the top of the circle is Elizabeth Yeager to finish that play off with a goal to the right side of the goalkeeper. Guyana with a nice deflection pass. Catches Heck in the feet. Smith with the ball. Across to Yeager. Yeager dribbling up Ball that she tried to release found only sticks from Guyana. So 1 minute to go in the third period. The score is 15-1, 1-5, 2-1. I'm not sure if you can see the scoreboard from the broadcast. USA is in red. Guyana in the black unis. Heck with the spin move and the blind pass over to Sessa and the score. Nice play there by the USA team. I'm wondering what the uniforms will be when USA in red plays Canada. One of those teams will not be in red. Earlier today, Canada played in black. So we have a 1 minute break in between the third and fourth period. The score, USA 16, Guyana 1. And we start the fourth period. The USA up by 15. They've got 16 on the scoreboard. One goal has been scored by Guyana. USA obviously has been dominating play. Two on one here now, one on the goalie. Breakaway, goal. Guyana with their second goal, coming within about a minute of their last goal, or their first goal. Right up to Zanoli. Zanoli breaking across the half. Right along the baseline. Ball is in possession of USA. No one really pressing from Guyana. They just don't want her going closer to the goal. Obstruction there by the member of the U.S. team. And the umpire is sending Rose off with a 1 minute suspension. 3 meter violation. Intentional foul. Hope complained to the umpire that the pass had gone backwards, and so she felt she had been 3 meters away. But you do have to be 3 meters away from where the free push started. And so I think the umpire was right to make that call. Seen a lot of good umpiring in the tournament thus far. Good decision earlier in this game on the first Guyana goal. Talk about that in a moment. And that ball deflected out of bounds by the Guyana defense, and so USA will have a free push from the center line. That Guyana goal came on a call that was just about to be a penalty corner. The umpire blew the whistle, but not until the ball had crossed the goal line. And so the umpire awarded the goal as he should have. Once again, as long as the ball was across the goal line before he blew his whistle, it's a goal. Even though he was blowing his whistle to indicate a penalty corner. There's a shot by USA off the right foot of the goalkeeper. The umpires are consulting on the call. Initial call was, I believe, a foot for a penalty corner for the USA, but Guyana asked the umpires to check with each other. They did, and the call was changed because the other umpire had a little bit better view of what actually happened. The players are asking for a backstick call from Guyana. The umpire indicating, you have the ball, there's nothing for me to call. Guyana now with possession, passing the ball back to the center line. This is Hope alone with the goalkeeper. Deflected off the goalkeeper's foot, so it'll be a free push from the center line. Campbell over to Wright. Wright, I think, was going to use Jaeger, but changed her mind. Went back to Campbell, who has the ball now. Uses Wright. Again, she's thinking about using Campbell on the left side, but we're coming around to the right side. And the umpire didn't like the extra English. That would be the use of the body by Zanoli on the far side. Umpire shouting out play, even though the player from Guyana received the ball and the ball deflected up, but nobody was nearby. It didn't matter. Hope reaches for the ball and put her hands down, so she's essentially lying on the pitch, and the umpire, rightly so, blew the whistle. That time the ball bounced up off of a player's stick, but there was an opponent within playing distance. And the umpire again indicating this attacking obstruction, where the player puts their stick over the ball to protect it as opposed to playing it. And that, of course, is obstruction. I think I will reach out to the umpire manager and just see if that was part of the briefing, because it's been very consistent in the matches that have been played so far today. This is the last period of the third match of the day. Earlier, we had a tie in the women's division between Canada and Uruguay. And then Argentina opened up the men's division with a strong win over Canada, scoring 6 goals to Canada's 3. There, the player from Guyana lifted the ball on a pass, and so converts over to a USA possession. Ball coming back now to Smith. This is Heck with the ball now. Back to Smith. Down the middle. No stick found inside the circle, just off the foot of the goalkeeper. Nice spin move there by Guyana's number 9. Leah Gordon. Heck back to Smith. Smith back to Heck on the left side. Back to Smith at the top. Over to Heck in the middle. And now inside the circle. Caution there to Yeager about playing the ball after the whistle. When the umpire has a conversation with a player like that, it's called a caution. The cards are warnings. There's a yellow, green, and red card. And we had a touch just before the ball went into the goal, and so another goal for Sessa. Ashley Sessa, again, just turned 17 recently. And that's goal number 17 on the scoreboard. Another shot by USA leads to a penalty corner as it ended up being played off of the foot of one of the Guyana players. So green card has a 1-minute suspension in indoor hockey. A yellow card has a 2-minute suspension at a minimum. It could be longer if there's a what's called a physical foul, like if a player knocked the other player down to the ground, or bad breakdown foul. It means typically something from behind. It's legal to play from behind, but you're not allowed to interfere with the player when you do. No contact. And a red card. And a red card is an expulsion from the game. And during these suspensions or expulsions, your team plays short for the entire time. Earlier today in the game with Canada, Canada had 2 players out at the same time. This is in the women's game. And the umpire indicating that the player raised the ball. That secondary signal is when the umpire has their hands separated in front of their body and their palms facing each other. So we're under 2 minutes to go. Possession for Guyana outside the circle on the far side of the circle from the camera. USA quickly made a substitution there. Sessa breaking into the right-hand side. Dishes the pass off to Hope. And the USA pads their lead. 18 goals now for the USA, 2 for Guyana. And we have 1 minute to play. Yeager turns right into the circle, but defended away. Yeager with the shot into the bottom boards. The USA is eking closer to a 20-point game. There's still 30 seconds to go. There's plenty of time to score a goal. You can score a goal in 12 seconds in outdoor hockey. That's not a scientific measurement. It's just I've seen it. Here USA has possession. The shot is defended away, but a penalty corner. So the clock is stopped when a penalty corner is called. There's 16.5 seconds to go. But even if time had expired and that penalty corner was called, then we would still play out the penalty corner. Guyana getting prepared. Umpire making sure that both teams are ready before she blows her whistle. Stick stop. Shot into the back of the cage. Hope, I'm not sure how many goals she scored today, but quite a number. And so, as I said, they had plenty of time to get the score to 20. We got a lot of 2s and a 0 up there, 20-2. And that is the end of our game. Our next game is at 1:30. So we're going to go to break, and we're going to have a game at 1:30 in the women's division, Argentina against Uruguay. Once again, I'm Chris Maloney. We are in Spring City, Pennsylvania, USA, for the 2021 Men's and Women's Indoor Pan Am Cups. The winner of these tournaments goes to the World Cup. The World Cup will be taking place in February of 2022 in Belgium. So I look forward to speaking with you again.